So next is Evan Jones to talk about some of the MMS programs.
Thanks a lot. So I'm going to talk to you about two academic programs. The first is the Markets and Management program, which is a certificate program, and there is an entrepreneurship cluster within the Markets and Management program. So Markets and Management is an interdisciplinary business certificate at Duke, and within that we have 3 to 5 usually entrepreneurship courses that are 4-credit courses. They're all taught by former entrepreneurs. We try to pride ourselves in being kind of real-world business, doing a lot of bringing in speakers, doing a lot of presentations. The first course there is Social 159, which is kind of an overview of entrepreneurship, kind of the big picture view, how it affects society, the different players in entrepreneurship. And then the second course is more of an investment analysis course. And the third one is a capstone where you actually write a business plan during the course. And then we critique the business plans in class. So just kind of want to make you aware of that. If you check out the Markets and Management certificate at markets.duke.edu, you can get an overview of the entire certificate, and then within that, what we're doing in entrepreneurship. Next thing is also kind of want to touch on the Entrepreneurship Focus program. There, you can check that out at focus.duke.edu. The Focus program is a very comprehensive program on entrepreneurship that has 4 or 5 courses. All being run, it's running this spring. It was originally designed for freshmen. I think there are a few sophomores that did get into it. The demand is very high. If you're interested, I'd try to look into that very quickly because I think the demand's been very high. But that is all entrepreneurship courses for a semester. We have a number of former entrepreneurs teaching in the program. Almost all the professors in there have been entrepreneurs at one point in time. So feel free to email. Bonnie Stevenson is the kind of administrator for Markets and Management, and she can give you information on the certificate program. You can get on. I'm not going to give you the overview of how many courses you have to take to get the certificate and that type of thing, but if you go up on the website, you can check that out. And we're very interested in getting entrepreneurship interested students into the program. So take a look on the website and email us if you have any questions.
Okay, next is Justin Healy. He's going to talk about the Duke Entrepreneur Club and some of their activities.
All right, sorry you have to hear from me again, but the Duke Entrepreneur is basically a little bit of an umbrella organization for some of the other undergraduate opportunities on campus for entrepreneurship. Some of my colleagues will be talking about the Kairos Society and the DEL program. Some of the other stuff that the Duke Entrepreneur itself individually offers is several speakers we usually bring to campus, a lot of alumni, a pretty good alumni network. We're going to be working with Fuqua to Duke this year, which is a Fuqua initiative to pair up undergraduate students with basically Fuqua mentors who have maybe worked at a startup or done entrepreneurial type things that would be a good mentor for you to eventually, or to work with to eventually go into what you want to. And there are definitely some things that the Duke Entrepreneurs really like to kind of change and address this year. When I got here as a freshman, there was literally 1 or 2 opportunities on campus for undergraduates to engage in entrepreneurship. And as you can see today, there's new organizations popping up all the time to fill niches and address needs for the students. Most of them are very educational and experiential based, so some of the stuff that we're really trying to offer now is something that we've recognized is missing, is an actual culture of entrepreneurship being developed at Duke and kind of a community. We really want to try and change the culture and have students not thinking, I need to come in here, go into finance and consulting, make money, and then maybe start a business. You can now come into school, go through your 4 years here, start your own business, have that experience and really get that education at the start. There's no reason to kind of put it off for a few years, and we'd really like to promote that among the student body. We want to host some events that'll be more undergraduate networking events so you can actually get to know each other. I bet a lot of you in this room know the person sitting next to you, the person you came with, but nobody else in the room, and there's you're not really going to be comfortable sharing ideas with them, forming teams with them, entering the startup challenge and spending that much time working and slaving over some projects to really make an impact on campus. So we really want to try and make sure everybody gets to know each other through some of our events that are more personal instead of just bringing speakers in. So we're going to really try and focus on trying to change the community as much as we can, and kind of the focus of campus to really use the opportunities that have been created to get an entrepreneurial education, actually seek out those experiences and kind of take part in the entrepreneurial education series, the Duke Startup Challenge. We're forming partnerships with all these programs so that we can really try and funnel kids in there, get some new ventures started going into the Startup Challenge. We're going to work with them to really promote it to undergraduates, potentially prepare undergraduates a little bit for the Startup Challenge to make sure people are ready to enter that. Yeah, so I guess I'm not going to try and hit everything on the slide. In the interest of time, we need to get out of here, but my friends will talk to you a little bit more about other things we offer. But next Wednesday night from 6:30 to 7:30 in Von Cannon Room A and B or B and C? B and C, we are hosting our guest kickoff event where we'll really be showcasing everything we're going to offer for the next year, and I'd really like to see a lot of you out there.
So next, Derek Hang is going to talk about Delve, and I don't know, Karthik as well? Yeah, so you guys come on up, thanks.
So my name is Karthik, and like Justin mentioned, Delve, the Duke Entrepreneurship Leadership Venture, is a brand name program under the Duke Entrepreneur, one of the offerings. And we are an organization dedicated to venture generation from the grassroots level. So basically, how many people here don't have any experience, or very little with entrepreneurship? Sweet. So basically, if you guys come to us, we have a lot of programs that we offer which will get you involved with hands-on experience. So you can actually be there and understand what it means to go through the entrepreneurial process. We'll guide you through each step of the way and also link you to all the other resources on campus, including the Duke Startup Challenge and everything else that everyone's talked about. So, yeah, Dirksen.
All right. When you become a member of Delve, we're not focused so much on getting information out, rather placing you in a process where you actually get hands-on involvement. So we have developed a kind of a startup process at the grassroots level. So that comprises of idea development, matchmaking, mentorship, and workshops. So we really want to kind of cater to your needs and where you're at the entrepreneurial process. So if you have no clue of how to start, but you're interested in idea development and entrepreneurship, we have idea development sessions for you. If you have an idea but you don't have a team, we'll place you with your team through our matchmaking session. If you need to know more about legal advice or have some outside help, we have a bunch of resources through our mentorship sector. And finally, if you have your idea developed, you have your team, and you really want to practice pitching or learn more about business plans, we have workshops for you guys. So one of the things we developed during the year through this process is the Leadership Institute for Future Entrepreneurs, which is a entrepreneurship tutoring, or more of a...
It's an educational program for high school students.
For high school students, and we launched last year at the North Carolina School of Science and Math, and they really liked us, and we're developing a curriculum for the school this semester. So if you guys are interested, please come to our event. It's on September 9th at Von Cannon B and C. And we have free food for you guys, so be sure to pick that up.
Also, last thing to mention, Delve is, our goal is to be very open and welcoming of people of all different experience levels. So if you are advanced, we'll guide you to where you need to go. But especially if you're a beginner, like a lot of people who raise their hands, we are the place to go, and we are part of the undergraduate hub for resources on campus. So you should come check us out at 99, and we'll show you a good time.